Welcome back to the Business Portal. Ito po si Howell Mabalot, taga Lukban, Quezon. At sa mga nanonood ngayon sa Lukban, Quezon, mabuhay po at malapit na po tayong magkita-kita. Sa Lukban, Quezon, alam natin, Pahiyas Festival, and I'm so happy to learn from nanay ko, si Esther Mabalot, Pepe Mabalot. They told me a week ago na nasa sa Banahaw Cable TV na ang Global News Network, Channel 80. So maraming salamat po sa inyong pananood. And starting this episode, I'll be greeting you every episode until until forever. At ngayon po ang topic natin, tama-tama, sa SLSU, ito po yung pinakamagandang state university sa Southern Luzon. And we call it Southern Luzon State University. Doon po mismo sa Lukban, Quezon.
Okay.
Mayroon po tayong courses ng CPA, ng accountancy.
Accountancy.
At maraming mga nagiging certified public accountants talaga. Yan. So, ang topic po natin, bookkeepers and accountants of today. Welcome back, Dr. Rosalinda D. Evangelista. Ayan. So, Doktora, let's talk about the roadmap. Isang isang high school graduate, anong gagawin niya?
Okay, pagbutihin ang bookkeeping.
Bookkeeping, ayan.
Bookkeeping. And after that, okay, yung bagong, after the bookkeeping course, pwede na siya agad kumuha ng TESDA exam.
Wow.
Yes.
Test exam agad. Gaano kahaba yung bookkeeping course?
Bookkeeping course sa high school, it's one whole year.
One whole
They really
year.
go slow. And after that bookkeeping course, ang high school student, pwede na mag-bookkeeping exam.
At pwede siyang maningil ng 300 per client.
Yeah.
With 1,000 clients,
Yeah.
that's already 300,000 a month.
Yes. It's your direction counts a lot.
So it's about your connection, the technology you're using, the license or the certification that you have.
Yeah.
And of course, your capacity to perform.
Yes.
So how can one person take care of 3,000 or 30,000?
Oh, you have to get other bookkeepers because you cannot do it.
So you have to hire other bookkeepers.
Yes, but I'm not telling you what is it. I'm not telling you what is it to do bookkeeping every day. They can, but you can teach your clients, and after which you can, just visit,
Okay,
right?
so
you're not full-time, and you can, have other students from the schools doing practicum work, like in PICPA, they have,
JP,
undergraduate, JP,
We have the
yeah.
JP, yeah.
The JP,
You asked me to speak before the JP, yeah.
Yeah.
We filled the whole auditorium, the
Yes.
theater, the Grand Theater.
Yes, and they love you for that.
Thank you for inviting me over. That's the PAGCOR Grand Theater, right?
Yes. And actually, after which, right, high school ka pa lang, marunong ka ng bookkeeping, pwede ka na mag-practice. Actually, maski sa IT, pwede. Meron ako alam, nag-start siya at 11 years old. Ngayon, nababaklas niya computer.
Wow.
Tapos na ibabalik din niya.
So that's the power of the TESDA courses that
No, meron din test the course, pero
Diba?
she didn't go to school.
parang
Common sense na lang
common,
siya.
yes, and the genius in her.
Yes, nasa doon sa Imus Cavite.
Ayan. So, Doktora, ito po. So, naging bookkeeper ka na and that you'd like to pursue a course in accounting, yes. So, how long is the course?
It's a 5-year course for some schools. It's a 4-year course for others. But of course, in school, if you don't meet the grade, they shift you to another accounting course, management accounting course, because they're afraid, that if, you fail in the board exam, and the school doesn't meet, the cut of the PRC, they're gonna face off the accounting program.
Okay, so there is a big demand and yet the standards are high. That if they fail the standards, what will happen to the school? They'd be folding up or just
Yes,
the course?
folding up. And they don't like to fold up. Then what they do is, send the students to another course. Management accounting,
okay.
financial accounting.
So eventually the accounting course would be suffering.
Yes. Actually, what happens now, I want to tell everyone that Filipinos are late bloomers.
Filipinos are late bloomers. Can you
So,
further explain?
Basic accounting, they are facing difficulty in understanding. But as you move on your own, you can really say that accounting is easy after all.
Ayan. So eventually you'd fall in love with accounting.
Yes. It's just a matter of not thinking of the money at the start. Money will naturally come in. Okay.
If people are too focused on the money, they do everything to have money. But that is not passion.
And the qualification is lacking.
That's right. And there's no heart of service when you do that.
Yeah.
Unlike when you are passionate about what you do, people will be willing to pay you for what you love doing, and they would pay you more.
Yeah, along the way, yes.
So-
and there are, companies, okay, they have non-accountants with them, graduates of other courses, and part of accounting department.
Yes.
They can do it because it's a big, accounting department. You just handle one phase of the work, of one phase of accounting,
Yes.
not the complete phase. So there are a lot of companies, foreign companies in here, and they call shared services.
Yes, the shared services is in right now.
Yeah, they do payroll.
There will be a conglomeration of companies, and there's just one shared service in terms of HR and accounting, yeah, and payroll as well. So I think that's the future of the
And-
Filipino professional.
And the future of business is go to the masa business.
The masa.
Business, a big, real estate company, you will be surprised, has a bookkeeping company, has an HR company.
Wow.
Oh, so
You
that
should-
is where the big money is. When you go to the level of the, the masa.
So, Doctora, 2015, what will be the big income generating, maybe, how do you call it, businesses or courses or profession?
I would say it's still accounting for me, right? Because actually, you can go, okay, and occupy other positions if you're if you're an accountant. Remember, the president of PAL is an accountant.
Wow.
A CPA, the president of what is it? That company of Lucio Tan is an accountant. A lot of people are accountants, right? Or holding top positions. An accountant is Purissima is Secretary Purissima is a cabinet member. So everywhere you have accountants.
Wow.
So it's just a direction you have to take.
So what will be the temptation of accountants being, maybe the hurdles or temptation along the way? Challenges they need to overcome. They're dealing with money. So what we talk about character of accountants.
I want to tell you, there's what you call internal control. The person handling the records cannot handle the money.
Oh, okay.
Or else it's easy to get the money, right?
If you are the person handling the records and the money,
You're very
corruption
lucky.
Yes, there will be corruption.
Yes, yes.
And we also have the external auditors
Yes.
to really probe on and then see if there is really integrity in the financial statement.
Yes, we do have what we call the International Financial Reporting Standards. These are standards of reporting, and the standards do dictate the account titles to be used in the balance sheet, the asset account titles, so that our financial reports are comparable with other countries, especially with countries who provide the money for the Philippines.
Wow. So is it safe to say now that other people from other countries should be trusting us in terms of our profession, in terms of our competence and character, and our ability to communicate well with them, so that when they invest in the Philippines, they'd be assured of financial success and business growth?
Actually, abroad, they really do trust the Filipinos. And some
Well loved
Filipinos-
in other countries.
In other countries as well, accountants are well loved, right? They provide it, and they have good communication skills. In fact, some of them they don't want to go back to the Philippines anymore because here in the Philippines, if you commit a mistake, they don't tell you frankly. Therefore, you are at a loss.
You're at
While
a loss.
abroad, they
They
can
tell you up front what's wrong.
upfront. They're very vocal.
There's clarity, there's transparency, and of course, there's better communication.
Yes, and you're gonna be used to that.
Wow.
And even in in other countries, Filipinos are trusted. You are an auditor watching over the big money of this, people with money. And that's part of the job of an accountant.
So accountants, right now in the Philippines, I believe that yes, we are loved globally.
Yes.
But if we're going to fix our own backyard, if we're going to fix our own country, our own government, so what should the present and future accountants do so that there will be less corruption, there will be transparency, there will be freedom of information, and that the next president will be somebody who is pure, who is sincere, who is capable, competent, and at the same time a person of character, and somebody we can be confident about in terms of his or her leadership qualities?
So I would say we have to solve our problem first as accountants. We have to stick to our profession. There are a lot more things to learn. There are controls to observe. And there should be somebody monitoring the outputs. And actually, today, the auditors of today, those who sign the certificates, right?
Yes.
The audit opinion, they have to be accredited by the Board of Accountancy, by the Securities and Exchange Commission if you are a corporation. If you audit banks, by the Bangko Central. Very, very strict in trying to, monitor the compliance with IFRS.
Wow. So hopefully that we together, hand in hand, as Filipino professionals, be you an accountant or maybe an engineer or an architect or a farmer for that matter, would be able to lift this country up, build this country up, so that the future will look brighter for our
I would
young
say
kids.
so. I would say so. You have to stick it out in the Philippines, right?
Yes.
The Philippines, what is it? It's easy.
And imagine what will happen to the Philippines if we all leave. If you leave the Philippines, if I leave the Philippines, what will be left to our country? Who will be growing our minds and preparing our young people and,
We have to,
and guiding them towards success? Nobody
nobody else but us.
but us.
We
So
have
we'd
to
rather
prepare
stay.
people for the next generation.
Okay, so for the Filipinos who are staying here in the Philippines, the professionals, thank you for staying in the Philippines. And for you Filipinos abroad, keep on sending your money to the Philippines so it will be building up the country
Yes.
eventually. So the last minute of our show, Doctora, is what we call the takeaway. So if you're going to distill all your life's experiences as a CPA, a professor, an educator, a director, a business owner, a mother, a Filipino, what will be the very words that you're going to tell our viewers right now?
I would say that, life here in the Philippines is better. In fact, I had my immigrant visa.
You
I
already-
gave it up.
You gave up your immigrant visa.
Because the opportunities are here. Why will you stop? Give up the opportunities here when you are already, made your mark in the Philippines.
And your legacy is very strong and strongly founded, and that you are one person that everybody look up to in the in the field of accountancy.
I would love, very much to stay in the field of education.
Wow.
And I would, what would I say? With the smiles on the faces of the participants, the learnings that they get, it's good enough for me.
And the reward is immediate. The
reward is immediate,
of teaching
right.
them is immediate.
Yes.
And I can relate to you because we both are in the field of
Yeah.
education and training.
And the mere thank you is good enough for me.
And that's what you say, a purposeless life that we live.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Doktora. Kulang po ang isang oras na pag-i-interview sa inyo. You are very inspiring. In fact, I'll be sitting under you and then listening to your key secrets to becoming more successful, because I believe that the biggest room in the world is the room for improvement. So that's it. That's our show. Filipinos can be global. Maraming salamat. Mabuhay ang Pilipino. Thanks so much for listening.